What is up and welcome back, Mama. So today's total stretch, but before we dive into that, there's a change, right? So we completely have redone the whole entire workout filming space. So it's kind of flipped around, which gives me more space to be able to do things, which is so awesome and nice, and I love it. But we are gonna have some changes happening over time. So I apologize that it's not all set up and like professional, if you will, right now, but it's gonna continue to change. We have some stuff coming in to help as we go through this change, just to like make things look a little bit nicer. We're gonna be hanging more stuff up. So I promise lighting's gonna get a little bit different. All these different things are gonna happen. Just bear with me throughout the next couple weeks as we go through this transition, but this is close to what it's gonna look like, and I'm so happy. And we have the new sign in. I'm so excited. So if you're kind of new here and you're like, what in the world is this girl talking about? First and foremost, we used to film going this way. So there's like a little nook here in my workout space, and that's where we used to film, but I didn't really have as much room. Additionally, my business used to be called Scully Fitness, but at the beginning of this year, I renamed it, kind of reorganizing it now to where it's Momma Fit Collective. So I'm so happy to finally get the sign and have it be officially changed. But other than that, like I said, today is total stretch. This is a recovery. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be in and out. You don't need any equipment. In all honesty, you can just not wear shoes. You can wear whatever you want. Quick in and out little stretching routine that we're gonna do here, okay? Everything that we're gonna be doing is about 40 seconds each. You're gonna get, if it's unilateral, meaning we're doing one side at a time, you're gonna go through it twice, okay? So we'll do one side for 40 seconds and one side for the other, okay? We are gonna go through it pretty quickly, one from the next. But again, it's just stretching, so take your time. If you need to pause the video, pause the video. But other than that, let's go ahead and dive right on in to today's workout. All right, Mama, so we are gonna start down here on the ground. This is primarily where we're gonna be until the very end. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna work on our neck, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go to one side. We're gonna work our upper trap. Then we'll stay on that side because there's actually another stretch that we can just go ahead and just rotate right into. Then we'll go to the other side and we'll do those two stretches on the other side, just to give you a heads up on that. But like I said, we have just a few moves that we're gonna go through. It's gonna be a really, really quick workout, I promise, or recovery, if you will, but 40 seconds a piece, okay? And like I said, if it's unilateral, which the majority of them are, we're gonna hit one side and then we'll hit the other, okay? So for your first move, we're not starting yet, but I'll let you know when. I need to make sure that you're sitting nice and tall, so try not to slump over, okay? I want you to sit nice and tall, relax. You're gonna bring your head over to one side. Your goal is acting as if you're trying to bring your ear towards your shoulder. Now, what I don't want you to do is shrug your shoulder up, okay? Let your shoulder relax, and you're aiming to try and bring it down as far as you can, okay? Ready? And let's go. Now, if you need a little bit more, use your opposite hand gently to pull it over a little bit more, and you can take the opposite hand and place it behind your back and get an even deeper stretch. Now, like I said, we're gonna stay on this side instead of going back and forth, because all we're gonna do next is we're gonna rotate, not yet, I'll let you know when though, but you're gonna rotate your chin down as if you're trying to get it to touch that collarbone. And your nose is gonna be pointed down kind of towards your armpit here. And you're gonna take your hand and gently pull from the back of your head, okay? It's as if you're trying to sniff your armpit, all right? We're gonna switch to this position, get ready, in 2, 1, come and join me. So all you do, again, you're here, just rotate that chin down towards that collarbone and gently pull. And again, opposite hand can go behind. After this stretch, you're gonna gently release, and we're gonna go to the opposite side, and we're just gonna repeat these two. So just breathe through each stretch, go where it feels like you need that stretch, nothing painful. Get ready and gently release and go over to the other side, ear towards that shoulder. So yes, bear with me as we go through the changes. We are gonna get a dumbbell rack in over there. So my dumbbells will go over there. We'll have that. The lights are probably gonna change a ton. They're probably gonna change a ton until we figure out what's going on with all the different things. This lovely little box is going to blend in, I promise. It's not gonna stick out like a sore thumb forever and ever. You got less than 5 and we're gonna switch 2 and go ahead and rotate that shin down and pull. I'm gonna move my mic while I'm on this side. This stretch that you're doing right now is for what's called your levator scapulae. Gently release, and you're just gonna pull one arm across. Now, what I want you to make sure you're doing here is that you are pulling it in towards you and as if you're trying to get it to reach the opposite side of the room, but also keep your shoulder down. So a lot of times people will hike up their shoulder. You need to pull it down and allow space for like a good softball in there, okay? Breathe nice and easy here. Now, if you didn't join the live workout that was today, it is going to be saved, so you can always go and do that later. Go ahead and switch sides for me. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing it immediately after a stretching routine like this, so hopefully you're doing this after the live. But that live, it's total takeover. You work the whole entire body. I'll leave a link to that live. By this point, maybe you're not, it shouldn't be live by the time that you're watching this, depending on when you're doing this workout. But if it's not live yet, it'll bring you to the page where you can hit like a notify me and it'll let you know when I go live, but more than likely you're watching this after it's live. So we're gonna get those triceps. So come back here, pull right here. Now make sure that your gaze, your head is going forward and your chin is not coming down to your chest, okay? You're pulling over with this elbow and you're trying to reach as far down on your back as you can and pushing back with your head ever so slightly, okay? But if it is over by the time that you're doing this, I will still leave that link down there. It's the same link and it'll bring you to the replay. But again, I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing a workout after you do static stretching. So what we're doing right now is called static stretching. In case you're somebody who doesn't know, go ahead and switch sides. Maybe you're a beginner, or maybe nobody's ever told you this before. So if you already know this, you can always mute me and play your own music and just follow along. Totally okay to do, but I like to educate as well. But static stretching, which is what we're doing now, is basically when you're stretching a muscle to a point and you're kind of holding it there and you're ever so gradually trying to do a little bit more stretch, right? This actually is not what you should be doing before any workout. Your warm-up needs to be more dynamic movement and primarily movements that are going to benefit what you're actually doing in the workout itself, okay? 2, 1, go ahead and come on up right here for me. Nice, good, gentle, like a half runner stretch here, okay? What I want you to make sure is that you're rotating your pelvis here and squeezing your glutes to get forward here. If you want to, you can always come down right here, all right? Totally up to you which one you feel. My hip flexors tend to be really tight, so I like to drop my knee. And you can be up here because we're actually gonna do a quad stretch from this position when we're done with this. But like I said, you want your warm-ups to be more dynamic and kind of preparing you or mimicking some of the stuff that you're gonna be doing in the actual workout itself. Come up just a little bit. If you're down fully, come up as much as you can and grab your back leg here. This is gonna do quad stretching. Now, I want you to make sure that you are not pulling on that foot, okay? Do not grab your shoe, your foot, your toes, nothing of the sort. This is at the base of your shin, right above your ankle, okay? That's what you're aiming for. Pulling on your foot is gonna pull on ligaments and tendons within that ankle, which can lead to instability later. We do not want that, okay? All we're gonna do next is we're just gonna switch and go to the other side. The dynamic movement is, if you've ever worked out with me before, As long as it's not, go ahead and switch sides. One of the burner workouts, and the burner workouts are my shorter workouts. They're like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't do warm-ups for those because I want to get you in and out. But if you do any of the other workouts with me, we always do a warm-up, okay? And those are dynamic movements such as squats, but there's no weight. There's never any weight included. We might do some arm swings, hinges, glute bridges without any weight. You can even simply go on a walk for about 3-5 minutes. Just get a little bit warm up. You want to get the blood flowing, get the muscles warm, because if you're stretching, go ahead and get ready for the quad, and let's go. Because if all you're doing is stretching, you're lengthening that muscle out. You're not helping it warm up. You're actually kind of helping it relax. So if you go straight into a workout after you do stuff like we're doing right now, you're actually increasing the risk of injury, increasing the risk of instability, and your muscles probably aren't going to be able to do as much as you want them to do normally, because now they have to like get out of this relaxed phase and go into like a more prepared to work out type of phase, if you will, for lack of better wording. But always make sure you're doing dynamic before a workout itself. Go ahead and just sit down for me. Right here, stick your legs straight out, hammies. Now, what I want you to make sure of is that you're leading with your chest here, okay? So don't round over and cave forward. Nice, proud, and tall, and reach as far forward as you can right here. If you cannot reach your feet, cannot reach your toes, that is a-okay. It doesn't mean that you can't do this move. Just do the best that you can. Over time, every exhale, see if you can get just a little bit lower with that chest, a little bit more stretch. Good job. Go ahead and kick one leg out. That one we're doing both at the same time, so in and out with that one. Same thing, lead with your chest here. Now the more out to the side, the more you're gonna feel it, and I need your toes straight up, okay? Again, lead with your chest every exhale, see if you can come a little bit lower. Now, mamas, I will say, this is for the adductors, right? Your adductors in pregnancy and postpartum are so important to pay attention to because of how they pull on the pelvis, okay? The adductors tend to be a big player when there's stuff like SPD, pelvic girdle pain. They contribute to pelvic floor issues. Go ahead and switch sides. So making sure that you're not only stretching them, okay? It's not just about always stretching things. You have to make sure that you're working them properly too, okay? So see how this feels. Does it feel like it's really, really tight? And this might be something that you need to incorporate a little bit more throughout the week. And if so, go ahead and do that. But remember, it's not just about stretching, okay? Just because a muscle is tight doesn't mean it's strong. It's actually more than likely still pretty weak because it's stuck in a contracted phase. And if that's the case, you also need to still work on strengthening it properly in order to help with whatever issue might be happening, okay? Go ahead and stand on up for me. We are gonna get our calves. So if you have a wall nearby, go ahead and go to the wall. You're gonna put one foot up on the wall, the ball of your feet, and you're gonna lean in towards that wall, okay? If you don't have anything, you can simply mimic this same motion. You'll just come down and just pull up. Pretty simple, I'll probably do that. Get ready and switch sides, just so that y'all don't have to keep staring at my backside. So you can do this up against a wall, or you can do it just like I'm doing it if you have nothing near you. The next one that we're gonna do, and it's actually the last one we're gonna do, is gonna be for your pecs. So you keep going, I'll let you know in a switch. You will need a wall. If you have a door frame nearby, you can also use a door frame. You're gonna take your elbow at 90, or straight across from your shoulder here, and at a 90-degree angle. And you're gonna place that elbow up onto a wall or a door frame. You're gonna step through with the same foot. Come and join me right here and try and rotate your chest out just a little bit. Pecs are a common issue in moms. Not just in moms, the general population actually does have issues with their pecs being pretty tight. You can actually, a fun fact, I'll show you how to do this. You can actually look at somebody and tell if their pecs are pretty tight. Go ahead and just creep that hand up just a little bit for me right here. Hitting both pec muscles. And then we're just gonna switch and do the other side. Go ahead and switch. So again, straight out, 90 degree in that elbow, stepping through, chest comes through. And then we'll just walk it up the wall just a little bit, or the door frame if you're doing that. Get ready, walk it up just a little bit for me. There you go. You have pec major and pec minor. So we're hitting both of them right now. And relax. So that is it for this workout. I told you this workout, your recovery workouts that are going to be on Saturdays, and then your burner workouts are going to be your shorter workouts throughout the week. And if you're new, hi, welcome. My name's Bree. I do talk a lot, if you couldn't tell, throughout my workouts. I do also post regularly throughout the week as well. So again, I'm sorry for like the construction zone that it is right now, but it is going to get better, I promise. This guy is going to become hidden, so he won't be quite an eyesore either. But other than that, thank you for being here. I hope that this was just a nice little way to relax, kind of cool down from whatever workout that you just did, or maybe you just wanted a workout where you can just stretch for a little bit and move on with your day. Either way, I hope that you have an amazing, amazing rest of your weekend ahead, or depending on when you're watching this, day, night, week, weekend, anything of the sort. And other than that, mama, I will talk to you very, very soon. Make sure to like, subscribe, share with a mama friend, and come join me for more Momma Fit stuff over on my socials. And other than that, I will see you very soon.